Well, you might remember some years ago, solar was kind of the hot topic here in Southern California, and people were starting to go to it, but a lot of folks didn't because it was too expensive. They didn't trust the equipment. Well, Artie Rose from Solar Alliance of America is here to tell us what's changed between 1991 and 2011.
It has changed quite a bit, Mark. As you know, I've been in the industry since 1984. And back in 1984, the systems were very bulky. Number one, we had to store all the energy in batteries. And then at night, obviously, you would use the energy that you stored or captured throughout the day.
So we don't use batteries anymore. The new solar systems actually tie right into your electric meter,
right,
and they put the electricity right back into the system.
Right, it's what we call grid tied. So number one, the equipment has changed tremendously. Also, we've been able to create much more energy from each individual panel. So in the old days, when we used to have a huge array of panels for a little bit of energy, now we're able to create a tremendous amount of energy with just a few panels.
Yeah, it's funny you would mention that because my brother just came out and was looking at my system the other day, and he says, "That's it? You run your whole house on that?" I said, "That's it. It's 20 panels for my house. It's all it takes."
And because of that, the equipment costs have dropped tremendously. I mean, sometimes we go out and visit with people, they're looking at me like, "Is that all?" And one of the reasons why not only has the equipment cost changed, subsidies. There has never been a better time since 1984 for people to invest in solar energy. Number one, most homeowners don't realize this, Mark, but SDG&E actually writes them a check within 30 to 45 days of the installation.
Yeah, I was truly floored by the whole process. It went by so quickly. I didn't fill out anything. I signed some forms that Solar Alliance of America filled out on my behalf.
Right.
And the system was put on in a day or two, and mine was a little more complicated because of the way I particularly wanted it done. Most folks, you can come out in a day and do it, can't you?
Yeah, anywhere from 1 to 3 days. And then the other subsidy that is so important for the average homeowner is the federal tax credits. And so many people confuse the tax credits with tax deductions. They think they're going to save a little bit of money. But as you know, this is a dollar-for-dollar credit. The federal government pays for 30% of the cost of your system as long as you pay federal income taxes.
So basically, folks, I want to go ahead and give you the invitation right now to give Artie a call, because the first 15 callers, if you own your own home and your bill is $150 a month or more, then Artie will come out and explain to you why solar may work for you, and he'll give you a $50 Visa gift card. First 15 callers. So go ahead and start calling now and make your appointments to do that while we talk a little bit more here. So we covered the government subsidies. 30% of the system, right back in a tax credit.
It's huge.
It's gigantic, and the systems are smaller, less complicated. The guarantees are longer on the equipment.
25 years, Mark. You know, back in the old days, they were 5 years. Now it's 25 years. You're guaranteed not only the equipment's not going to fail, but the production is going to be there. So what it's really a question of, Mark, is people are going to pay for solar energy whether they own it or not. It's not a question of taking away from the college fund of the kids. This is money that people have that's designated. You are either going to pay your federal taxes, you're going to pay SDG&E, and there's this little fee that's in everybody's bill. As you know, it's called public purpose program.
It's not little in some people's bills.
Yeah, I was out the other day. I saw someone, these people's bills were a little bit higher. They were over $300, but they were paying over $100 a month into public purpose programs.
And that's money that SDG&E is going to give to other people so they can install solar. So have them give it to you. Now listen to what these folks, some customers here, have to say about saving money with Solar Alliance of America.
Oh, Solar Alliance has saved me a lot of money on my bills. A lot.
My average monthly bill went from $125 a month down to, I'm averaging about $30 a month now. In some months it's gone to around $5 a month in the summertime.
Last August my electric bill was $639. This August it was $39.
During the summer when we were running our AC, it was pretty high. A couple times when I got the bill, I was literally like scraping myself up off the floor because it was so high. So that's when we decided to go with solar power, and it's less than half of what it was. So I'm definitely happy I can spend that money on other things other than SDG&E.
Final question. Folks are going to say, Artie, it's got to be expensive to get into this. There's got to be some kind of initial investment. tell them what the June special is.
It used to be extremely expensive. Now it's even better. But for the month of June, we're doing something special. We're going to pay the sales tax. We're going to pay for people's permits. But here's the real key to our program, Mark. This month, if people want to invest into a solar system, there is no down payment. There's no monthly payments and there's no interest for 18 months. And the reason why that's so important, it allows the homeowners to get the incentives, get this money from the federal government, the state government, and experience 18 months of utility savings before they even have to consider paying for the system. And in some cases, Mark, after the 18 months, the monthly, hopefully they could just pay it off, but if they can't, the monthly investment in the system can be lower than the utility savings.
And then when you're finished paying it off, it's yours.
It's
You own
free
it.
energy forever.
Solar Alliance of America. Folks, you need to call them now, make your appointment. And again, as an added bonus, the first 15 callers, make an appointment, and Artie will come out and give you a $50 Visa gift card just for the privilege of explaining why this program might work for you. I haven't talked to anybody that I know of that you've talked to that hasn't said, let's do it.
Why not? Yeah.
But it's up to you. And no pressure, but give them a call. Artie, good to see you.
Always a pleasure, Mark.
It sure is. All right, for more information, you go to san diego6.com and click on San Diego Living.